So today we shall discuss about the pressure distribution in mat foundation. So when a mat is supported on rock, as in figure A, the load is transmitted in narrow region below the column, and when it is steep soil, depending on stiffness at various points, the load is transferred in a larger area. And when it is soft soil, the approximately uniform pressure distribution is observed as shown in figure C. Next is we shall discuss about the construction procedure. In this, before construction we go for soil test. There are various soil tests, we shall discuss later on. Then shore pile construction, that also we shall discuss. Excavation is carried out. Then after the excavation, the ground is leveled and dressed to allow for the construction of different layers. Like first is brick finished surface will be created, on which cement concrete layer has to be put. Then after the cement concrete layer is cured, we place the reinforcement. Before reinforcement we put the dam proofing course, which we shall discuss in various situations. Then the reinforcement is placed and column positioning is fixed. Then formwork is created for the columns, and concrete casting is carried out for the raft, that is slab, and then slab is cured. In soil test, as we have discussed, these are various soil tests. Around bearing capacity of soil is required. Classification of soil is required. Moisture content has to be monitored while carrying out the construction. Groundwater level has to be properly maintained. Then appropriation of depth of mat. Then after all this, if we find the layers of soils, we can decide at what depth the mat can be put. Then shore pile construction we shall discuss. The shore pile construction, actually shore piles are the piles at the edge of the excavation area, in order to prevent the parent soil from coming into the excavated area. Then this actually the partial excavation is carried out. Then these arrangements are done for the keeping the shore piles intact in its own place. So these are the arrangement. First is tie beam, we'll discuss. But these posts are there. These are known as king post, or the to prevent this spreading of beams. So tie beam is used for connecting the structural members like main beam, and this is in steel beam, or it may be wooden beams. It is constructed mainly join the piles of border lines. Then bracings, actually this is again from this arrangement. As it is arrow indicates the bracing, which is connected to the shore pile in order to fix the shore piles in its own positions, because these tie beams will connect the shore piles at a particular area, But other, in between the tie beams, the solar piles has to be put in place by bracing. Metal straps, timbers or sheet bracings can be used. Then this the king post, as we have discussed. It is nothing but the tension post, tension member, you can say, just above the center of the truss and below the support beam, to support the beam. Excavation is carried out. Partial excavation, as we have discussed, is carried out initially. Then solar piles are constructed. Now you can go for also the seat piles also. Then this construction is excavation is carried out, complete excavation up to the level of placing the mat foundation. Is brick layers is put. There is a brick layer surface, brick finish surface, you can say BFS. Here the bricks are sprayed on the labeled soil and it is compacted for its attaining the required density. Then cement concrete is casted or is put above this brick layer. In the left portion you can see the cement concrete has been done and it is ongoing in various areas. The dam proofing course. After that, after completing the cement concrete dam proofing course, as you can see the polythene layers, it is put on that above this cement concrete. Then your reinforcement is placed. In next slides, next video, we can discuss how these reinforcements are placed and other parts of the mat foundation.